Good afternoon. Good morning. So yesterday we were discussing about the management levels and all. We had discussion management levels, how the three levels, especially top level, will work in an organization, and what will be the task of it, and what is the responsibility towards other functions, how it will be executing, and all we have discussed under the top level management. Under the second category of middle level management, how it will be executing its task which has been assigned by the top level management, and how it will be doing and all we understood. And lastly, the lower level management, how it will be finally making in the field, how it will work on actualization of the object whatever has been kept by an organization. Towards that, how it will make in a practical way, that we understood. And certain some of the activities which are included under the lower level management also we have discussed, right? So next moving is under this chapter, we will be understanding management skill. Okay, management is the most important thing which will be executing all the activities in an organization, particularly namely so and so functions or activities which will be taken care by the management in an organization, very core functions like planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and all will be taken care by the management in an organization. Okay, in order to execute those things which are very fundamental and which are most necessary for an organization towards moving the desired goals or the objectives reaching, it should possess certain skills. Okay, now let us see what is that skill, and types of skills which it has to possess in order to make the organization successful. Okay, now let us understand what is the meaning of management skill. Here, the management skills can be defined as a set of characteristics or the qualities that an executive needs possess in order to do various jobs in the workplace. So, management should possess certain skills, I mean, characteristic features or the qualities in order to make employees in workplace in a successful way, so that we can so that organization can reach the objectives. So by keeping that in the mind, organization should assign work to the employees and make them to work. Not only assigning is sufficient, and ultimately it has to make them to work towards the direction of reaching the goal of the organization. So in that process, what it will be doing further, like additional skills required for effective leadership in an organization include the capacity to avoid the crisis situation and respond rapidly to the problem that develop. So in means to say that the management should have additional capacity, additional skills to handle the situation of crisis and all, it has to possess. And again, the management should have abilities to accomplish through the formal education and practice the management experience. Actually, it will be comes from the experience. Okay, so then it should have the solid knowledge, talent in order to execute the work in a very excellent way. Okay, so again, connecting to this, Fayol has identified, Henry Fayol has identified few kinds. Okay, which are those kinds should be there in the, I mean, should be possessed by the management for the purpose of making organization successful. The first one is, he has actually identified the three kinds of the skills the management must possess in an organization, so only organization can lead towards the excellency. Okay, which are those? Actually, the one skill is the technical skill, human skill, and next will be the conceptual skill. Okay, so technical skill, human skill, and conceptual skill. So all these three skills must be possessed by the manager. So now let us see what is the meaning of technical skill. It is actually technical skill means ability to employ procedures. Okay, the management should have ability to employ the procedures, and they must know the techniques, and they must know how to apply the techniques. What are the techniques? How to apply and all they must know. Further, information associated with a specialized field or technological competency is also required. Okay, required in order to handle the activities in a very successful way. So, technical skill is most required. Okay, so here in an organization, when a person is acting as a manager, must possess the technical skill. Technical skill means what? Ability to employ the procedures. So there will be the procedure, techniques, and information associated with other things, and all will be there. Okay. So what the management has to do is management must know how to employ procedures, techniques, then the information associated with a specialized field of technology competences is required of the exclusively. Like for example, if you take surgeons, engineers, accountants, and all, what they have to do, they have to possess the skills or the knowledge of that respected field. Then only the activities can be carried out in a very successful manner, or else it is very difficult. So technical skill you understood, mainly you should remember three concepts. One is you should know employing how to employ the procedures, techniques, and other information associated with the other activities. So specialized required skills is required. Okay, to explain it, the example may be doctors, engineers, accountants, lawyers, and all. See, in order to work as a lawyer, I should have this certain technical information, right? Technical information in the sense all sections, acts, and all I must know, articles and all I must be knowing. Like in order to do arguments with respect to particular case, what I have to do is I must be knowing, I should be thorough with the sections, rules, regulations, and all, and citations of the cases and all I have to quote it. Similarly, accountant, if I want to work as an account manager, what I have to do, I should have the specialized skill or the knowledge with respect to the preparations of the financial statement. Suppose if I am an engineer, so with respect to the any executions of technical work, what I have to do, I have to possess the specialized skill only with respect to the particular area. And similarly, doctor or the surgeon. See, suppose if they want to do one operation, means they must be having knowledge about it, right? So that is nothing but called as a technical skill. Moving to the second type of human skill, here what management will do is it is ability to collaborate with others. Okay, so it will be collaborating with the one another. And finally, what it will be doing, it will be comprehend their perspectives. So firstly it will be collaborating with one another activities, and then it will be comprehend the perspectives of the different abilities, and to urge with them. Okay, so that will be the human skills. So here management should possess the skill of human. Like in simple way or in simple word to say that management must know how to handle the human resource. Okay, so the management should have good relation with the human resource or the employees in an organization who are there with them. It should have good relation, and collectively it has to take their opinions, and it should give solution to them, and it should work towards their requirements and all, and ultimately it has to make them to work by motivating them. Okay, so this could be possible only when you are working as a manager, when you possess you have to possess the human skills. So that means to say that you will be in a position to handle the human resource very well. That is nothing but called as a human skill. Moving to the next conceptual skill. So what is it actually? It is the ability to coordinate and integrate the organization's interest and activities. Okay, so organization has a different parts. Okay, which depends on one another. Generally, I have discussed in my previous explanation and all I have explained. Everything like different part will be there in an organization. Everything is interdependent. Okay, so as a conceptual skill, management must be able to coordinate and integrate organization interest. Okay, what is the organization interest? Yeah, organization interest is nothing but making profit, expansion of business sustainability, expanding business throughout the globe, and attracting new customers and retaining old customers, and serving all stakeholders, and declaring good dividends, declaring good interest, and all will be the organizational interest. So what management has to do is it should have ability, first of all, okay, to coordinate and integrate the organization interest and activities. So organization interest one end you understood. What are the activities? See, here human resources are there, different departments are there, middle level managers are there, supervisor level managers are there, employees are there. So all these activities must be integrated or coordinate towards the organizational interest. Okay, see, organization want to, for example, organization want to earn profit of 10 lakhs. So if organization put organization, if it is suppose if it is taking in a very simple manner, means it can't achieve the target of making profit of 10 lakhs. Okay, so correspondingly it has to work on it, like how to get 10 lakhs of profit, how much quantity we have to produce, human resource motivation and all, how to make their activities in a very effective way, so that we can increase also quantity of the amount of quantity of production, so that we can sell and we can earn profit, and we can keep the margin, we can earn the margin whatever we have decided, 10 lakhs profit. That and all, it has to plan before itself. So only conceptual skill is nothing but you have conceptually in your mind. Okay, see, for example, if I take your own example, conceptually you will be having that I should get the score of 80% in this semester. Suppose you are not working towards it, means having conceptual thing is not wrong. You can keep in your mind, but you have to correspondingly work, right? You have to put your efforts. You have to do hard work. A lot of commitment you have to do, and dedication you should do. You should be dedicated. Then only you will be reaching the conceptual thing, whatever you have. So under the conceptual skill, what management will do is it will be coordinating organization interest. I have told, organization interest will be measured in terms of the profitability, increasing production, expanding business, expanding branches throughout the globe. Okay, increasing the sales, making more profit, serving customers, retaining customers, and attracting new customers. Okay, and competing with the competitors, having good marketing strategy, worldwide famous strategy they have to adopt, a good model of production they have to adopt, a good model of HR they should have. Okay, sustainability should be maintained, okay, for a long run, and business should be done in a very ethical way. That is also one of the organization interest. And declaring high dividend and interest, that is also one of the interest of the organization. Like that, so many things will be there in an organization's interest. So that should be make possible, we can make possible only with the help of the efforts and efficiency of the employees. So this too should get sync. Okay, that process will be taken care by the management under the heading of the conceptual skill. So this is about the conceptual skill. See, you in order to brief it, management skills. So management should possess certain different characteristics, features, highly intellectual characteristic features, or the quality should be there. Okay, or else reaching the goal is very difficult. So generally speaking, it will be possessing the skills of three types as per the Henry Fayol. So the first skill is technical skill, and second skill is the human skill, and third one is the conceptual skill. So these are all the skills as per the Henry Fayol. You will be understanding, like under the technical skills what they have to possess, under the human skills what they have to do, under the conceptual skill what they have to what they have to consider. That you understood. So technical means technically they should be very sounded. Okay, before taking up any work, technical knowledge is required. So that should be possessed by the management. And moving next skill is human skill. See how you will be doing things with the help of human only, right? So you should know how to handle them and how to motivate them, how to put them in a workup. That tactics you must have. That is the human skill. And moving to the third one, your conceptual skill. You should know like whatever it is stated objective is there, that the statement whatever you have made or pre-decided objectives are there. Towards reaching that, what you have to do is you have to sync or you have to bring two concept into a link. The first one is the organizational interest, another one is the activities of the employees. So organization interest is so and so, so and so. How you will achieve? You have to you have to get required activities, you have to get required work from the employees. So how we will be getting required work? Based on the motivation, understanding employees, motivating employees. That skill and all you should possess under the conceptual skill. Okay, this is as per the Henry Fayol. Next, moving to the analytical skill. So this is actually again under the analytical skill, general skill which management has to possess. Here, analytical ability the manager must possess. Okay, it is nothing but actually breaking down the complex problem or the situation into the constituent parts. See, so generally in an organization there will be problems. Okay, labor will express their problems, market problem will be there, problem with respect to the technology, problem with respect to the other things will be there in an organization. As a manager, what you have to do is you, by having analytical skill, everything you have to break down. Okay, you have to break down the situation. You should have the tactics, then only organization will run in a smooth way. Okay, so actually this issues solving and decision making, analytical abilities and all necessary for the management. So that is nothing but to say that if any problem arises in an organization, generally like maybe a minor problem or major problem, whatever it may be, organizing in an organization, manager must be in a position to solve it. Okay, so that is about it. And see here, human relation skill. Human relation skill is nothing but like you will be having good relationship with the subordinates is most important. Suppose if I don't have good relationship with my subordinates, nobody will listen to me. Okay, so there is the maintaining good relationship is the most important, or else it is very difficulty to move towards the objectives of the organizations. So what you have to do in case of human relation skill, you have to take care of employees. Okay, you have to handle, you should be in a position to handle their issues, fulfilling their wants and working condition, creating good working environment you have to take care. And source of inspiration you should become. Okay, then only what they will be doing, I mean what they will be doing, they will be like working towards the effective working you will find. If you are able to inspire them, how you will be inspiring? By listening their problems, solving their problems, creating good working environment, and enhancing their skills and all, making them to understand the objectives of the organization. Those by exercising those things, so what will happen? They will get lot of motivation or they will get inspiration. So as a result, they will be working very hard so that you can help organization towards achieving the targets or the organizational interest. So that you will be handling under the human relation skill. So only the management should have the human relation skills. Next, moving administrative skills. Okay, so under the administrative skill, what will happen? It is nothing but actually the methodological execution of the plan. See, there is always plan. You must know methodical execution. Okay, so you should know the methodology of how to execute the plan, which has been already prepared. Okay, you should know how to use the resource. Okay, in order to get or in order to generate the desired products. Okay, so what you will be doing towards it? You have to, I mean, get the proper activities which have been required by the employees. Okay, so here in administrative skill, you should know how to imply the plans. Okay, plan is prepared, you have to apply it. Okay, how it will be applied? By getting the coordination from the employees end. Okay, so employee has to cooperate you. Okay, so once they are cooperating with you, obviously what will happen, they will work well. That means to say that they will be working very well. So as a result, you will be reaching the goals. Means production wise, you will get success. So once you are able to produce the goods or the services as pre-decided, as a result, what will happen, you will be earning the more. So this is the administration skill under which you will be, I mean, you have to do lot of exercise like this. Moving to the next one, technical skill. This is under Fayol I have discussed. Like, need not to tell once again. Okay, so moving to the next one, computer skill. So once one must possess the computer skill, because today's world is totally full of technology. Okay, knowledge of hardware, software, and all it is required. So organization, in order to achieve the objectives, the management must know the computer skill, must have the computer skill, because today's world is named as a world of like computers only, intellectual knowledge only, artificial intelligence only we call. So when you are working as a manager, you must know the computer skill. Okay, like how you need not to sit and do, people will be working. Okay, you should be in a position to find out the way how they are working, whether they are working accurately or not. If you are in a position to judge, then obviously what will happen, you can take the care and care with respect to giving training and development in case of any shortfalls. Okay, so that is about the computer skill. Moving to next, that communication skill. Yesterday we had discussion about this. You are excellent worker, suppose if you don't have communication skill, again it will be the problem. Okay, so we are talking in the context of the management. Management must possess the communication skill. Communication skill is most important. See, management will prepare the strategy, procedure, plans, so many things it will do. No, it has to communicate to the subordinates. Otherwise what will happen, subordinates cannot execute the work in the desired direction, which is most required, or which is most wanted for getting the desired results, or else reaching towards the organizational interest. You know, organizational interest means making profit, expansion, and keep on telling, this is all like innovatively you have to take right, by citing a few organization and all, how they are expanding their business throughout the globe. Infosys, Wipro, and all, if you take majority of their units, in which countries it is located, how they have expanded their business, what is their profitability, what is their marketing strategy, who are their customers, how they are retaining them, how they are acquiring new customers, what are their projects, how they are working on it, what is their ethical issues, what is their CSR things, and all you have to study. So that is nothing but by studying all those things, you will understand what is organizational interest, like how it is working on it, and all you will be understanding it. Okay, so communication skill is most important, because organization has kept so many things in the parameter of interest. Okay, so in order to reach these things, you should have good communication. So time to time, good communication has to reach the subordinates. Whatever the decision you have made, whatever the policy you have framed, whatever the procedure you have done, everything must be given to the subordinates. In case of any problem finding in applying those procedures, policies, strategies, and all, you should be in a position to having conversation with them and giving technical ideas of applying them and all. So overall, to say that the communication is the most important. Otherwise reaching goal will be very difficult. Okay, so with this, I'm concluding the point of what is that management skill. Hope you understood. So the management skill means it is a additional kind of talent, or the certain characteristic, intellectual characteristic features, or the qualities of the management. Okay, this is most important, or else organization survival is very difficult. So namely, we have identified Okay, namely, it will be like a technical skill. As per the FAOL, it is identified to three majorly, yeah, because FAOL has also contributed a lot to the field of management. So, only his contribution, his identification of three skills mainly has been considered under this heading: the technical skill, human skill, and conceptual skill. Okay, as per him. So apart from this, the effective performance of the management is largely depending on the other skills apart from these three. So other skills under that you will be studying about the analytical skill. Okay, so under that you will be understanding like how to make a decision, how to analyze the situation, how to understand the situation, and all. For that, management should possess the additional ability or the capability, so that you will be understanding under that. And moving to the next, human relation skill management must possess, administrative skills management must possess, technical skill management must possess, computer skill management must possess, communication skill management must possess. So now with this I will be concluding this point, and next moving the point is evolution of modern management thought. Okay, modern management thought. See, so far we are studying, or we have understood, I have explained lot about what is the meaning of the management. Okay, so many definition and all I have explained. Characteristic features of the management, role played by the management in an organization, talent, what talent must be possessed by the management in an organization in order to take or in order to integrate the organizational interest with the activities of employees and all I have told. And basically what function management will be playing in an organization, that is organizing, staffing, planning, directing, communicating, coordinating, and all it will be doing that, and all we have discussed, right? So now question arises how the concept have been evolved. Okay, so that is the reason you will be studying here the evolution of modern management thought. Okay, so how it got into the picture, like who and all initiated this, we will be understanding it. Okay, this is most important actually, how the concept or the idea got into the field, modern management thought, how it has came to the existence, who has initiated, like how he has initiated, and what is his contribution and all. Okay, there are few people are there who has initiated. Now let us see one by one, like how it is. First we will understand how it has started. See, evolution of modern management thought. This is actually knowledge of management history helps. Generally knowledge of the management history we need to understand, but it will help us to understand the better today's theory. Like we have some management theories and all. Okay, and practices and all it is there in the field, so we need to understand those things. If we go to the history, then we will understand the present today's practice and today's theory and all we will understand. Okay, then there are many actually contemporary concepts are there. Okay, how it got modified, that is also most important. Okay, it actually modified in evolutionary process. Okay, so like what we call stage wise or process wise, it got evaluated through the different process. But then today, see, ultimately in today's day, I mean, into today contest, we are using widely actually division of a labor or high productivity. Okay, division of a labor or high productivity contest we are using it, but it is not the new actually. Origin, when we go back and we see, it will immediately in front of our eyes it will flash about the Adam Smith. Okay, more than 200 years itself Adam Smith spoke about the management concept and all. Origin, it will start from there itself. Okay, then see, like many things with respect to the management. When we are talking about the management, the concept of time is important, the concept of motion is important, techniques is important. Okay, so these things have came out of work in the scientific management. Okay, when we are talking about the scientific management, see, the evolutionary in the as a beginner, as a what we call foundational contributor. When we see in front of our eyes Adam Smith comes, so this are all happened 200 years back itself. Later on management has got importance from the angle of science. Okay, when we are talking in terms of science, what will happen, we will be come across in the word of time motions as well as the techniques and all. Okay, so only the management, when it is getting linked with the time motions and techniques and all, it is more or less like scientific management. Okay, now, during the 20th century, management purely becomes scientific. Okay, so how it has become scientific, now let us see. Okay, then here is quantitative decision models and all formed actually in the 20th century, when we call the management as a science, since the components have been used are the time motions and techniques. Management has been named it as a scientific management. Okay, during 20th century it has happened like that. And then here the quantitative decision model and all you will be come acrossing. Okay, so there when you are finding the quantitative decision model, here you will be seeing the product of transforming problem solving techniques and all you will be come acrossing, which is used in the World War II industrial applications. Okay, so these are all the things you will be come acrossing during the 20th century. After that, to management, scientific management. In scientific management, components are largely hugely we are seeing is time motions techniques and all. Okay, so here the transformation will take the problem solving techniques and all will get changed, especially with respect to the what we call World War, when it has happened that time. So now see the different schools of management thoughts are there. Different schools are there. Okay, first we have to see, now we understood the background of the management concept, how it came into the existence. So before 200 years itself it was there, like Adam Smith and all has contributed to it, labor productivity and all he has spoke. So as a result, what has happened in the latest stage, evolutionary process, how it has like taken place and all, we understood like during 20th century and all, the management has been associated with a component of time motions and techniques and all. As a result it became a scientific management. Later on lot of like quantitative qualitative decisions models and all have been developed, especially the transforming product problem solving techniques and all have been used in an organization. Okay, so that is one part. And moving to further, different schools of management thoughts have been evolved during that time. So in middle of the 19th century, what has happened, different schools of management thoughts came into the existence. Okay, okay, then they see there what will happen. There has been a great deal of research in the topic of management has taken place. So during 19th century, lot of research has taken place. Okay, especially research with respect to the, I mean, a psychologist, sociologist, anthropologist, mathematicians, political scientists, economists and other academics have been studying the growth and evolution of the management for quite some time. Okay, so everyone started studying about the management. Management, like all different domain people have worked towards the management. See here also the evolutionary stage, how it has taken place during 19th century. Research has been done by so many different areas people. For example, psychologists have done research, sociologists have done research, anthropologists have done research, mathematicians have done research, political scientists have done research, economists have done research, and other academicians also have done research. Okay, with respect to the growth and evolutions of the management for quite some time. Okay, unfortunately, what has happened, the methodologies devised by these experts have resulted in turmoil and confusion and catastrophic warfare as they have been described. Okay, so many differences are like whatever the outcomes they got, it is in the form of turmoil or confusions, or the catastrophic warfare, as they have been described. Okay, next, moving to the next stage, 1966, Stockdill identified 18 approaches. Okay, he has identified the 18 approaches for studying the management. So in the year of 1966, he has identified the 18 approaches, okay, for studying the management. So we can understand the management with the help of the 18 approaches. And moving to next, he is very famous actually according to the Kuhn's O'Donnell and the will Whichrich identified 11 approaches. Okay, they have identified the 11 approaches which will be helping us to understand the concept of the management. And next, moving in 1971, Hutchinson has given five approaches. Okay, so he has identified the five approaches. Why we need these approaches? With the help of this only, we can understand the concept of the management. See, there are so many people who have been working towards it, all from almost all the domains: mathematical domain, statistical domain, economic domains, political science domain, sociologist, psychologist, everybody have been worked on it. Okay, but finally they land up in confusion stage or turmoil stage. Okay, so but finally, see, we will be understanding from the three contributors that too they have identified few approaches and all. Okay, so Stockdale identified 18 approaches, Kuhn's O'Donnell has identified 11 approach, and what call Hutchinson has identified the five approaches. Okay, finally everything by consolidating, we will be broadly categorizing three categories. Okay, so by looking into all, or by understanding all, by taking all the explanation of all the researchers, all the scholars contribution, it has been categorized into three. One is the, what we call classical theory, and second one is the behavioral school theory, and third one is the management science school. Okay, so three categories. One is classical theory, second one is the behavioral school theory, and third one is the management science school theory. Okay, so these three categories will be there. Now let us see, or like how the how in how all categories, who and all get in, and what and all contribution they make, like who and all these scholars get in, and what the contribution they have made towards the field, we will understand. Okay, first is the contribution of F.W. Taylor. Okay, Taylor is very famous contributor to the field of the management. Actually, okay, he's a great scientific management philosophy developer. Okay, he has been identified as a great philosophical developer to the field of the management. Now we will see what is the contribution made by the F.W. Taylor. Okay, so see, Taylor's contribution is most important. Okay, from all point of view, he has made great contribution to the field of the management. So from the examination point of view, otherwise also, this is the fundamental and basic understanding. Okay, if you don't understand the Taylor contribution, then you can't understand the management, because he is the fundamental and basic contributor, okay, to the meaning of the, or to the concept of the management. Now let us see. Though the term classical denotes, okay, the first, see here, contribution of Taylor, when we are talking, actually he comes under the classical theory category. Okay, so we have categorized the three out of so many researchers contribution approaches and all, right. The one will be the classical theory, and second will be the behavioral school, and third will be the management science school. So classical, behavior, management science. Classical behavior management, most important. It is very very important, fundamental. If you don't understand it, again it will be the problem. Okay, so see, classical theory is there, no. So now we are talking about the Taylor. Okay, Taylor has made contribution towards the classical theory. Okay, so meaning is nothing but traditionally accepted or the long established. Okay, still they are relevant. So this is actually traditionally accepted, okay, or they long established, but still they are relevant, still we are feeling that is relevant, okay. Even today it is feeling, I mean, we are accepting it, and we are telling it is relevant. We afterwards we will see how we are telling it is relevant even for the today's contest in an organization. So now see, we have accepted traditionally one thing and long established one, this is actually okay, and even today we are feeling it is relevant, okay. So now see, classical school of management actually consists of the scientific management school and administrative theory. So classical school of management, you will come across two. One is the scientific management school, another one is the administrative theory. Scientific management school you will be come acrossing, and second one is the administrative theory under the classical school of management. So now first we will understand what is the scientific management school. See, always remember all this we are studying under the classical theory, okay. So classical theory, it's a sort of traditional theory. Long back it has been accepted, but even today we are feeling it is relevant. So even today we are feeling it is relevant. Okay, so actually, what will happen in scientific management school, and it has two categories. Okay, one will be the scientific management school, another one is the administrative theory. So now let us see scientific management school. What is that? Okay, actually, when it has been taken place and all, most important. See, the scientific management school activities and all started during 1890s and 1930s. Okay, so here basically we will be finding the contributions of the Frederick W. Taylor. Okay, Frederick W. Taylor. Okay, so he is the main contributor to the scientific management school. That too, when it has happened during 1890s to 1930, he made the contribution towards the management. And here, what will happen, what he has done actually, he has developed the scientific management philosophy, okay. That even today we are studying, he is whatever the contribution made to the field is has been identified as a scientific management philosophy. What is its goal actually? Its goal is very simple: determine scientifically and most effective techniques of executing task. Okay, so everything, Taylor, what he did is everything he has made on the basis of science. Okay, so that is the reason he has determined scientifically the most effective techniques for executing the task. So, task, scientific, effective techniques, and all most important from the angle of the Taylor. Okay, so only it is called as a scientific management school. So, Taylor was very clear and he has developed the scientific management philosophy, and today also we are studying it, and today also we are accepting it, okay. It has long back it has been taken place actually. See, 1890s and 1930 was there, and he made contribution to the field of management, and he has named it as a scientific management, okay. So with respect to that, he was like a scientific management philosopher, okay. He has given so many contribution towards it. And he actually, what he has done actually, the goal was to be determined, the goal will be determined on the basis of science, as well as the effective techniques and executing the task and all he has specified, okay. So here see, most effective means of choosing, training and motivating personnel is most important according to the Taylor. So Taylor was very clear. He was talking everything in the sense of science only. So one end organization, other end human resource. Okay, so organization represented by the management, and other end employees or the workers will be there. So what Taylor is telling, and he has named it as a scientific management thoughts. He comes under scientific management thoughts. Okay, though it is under the classical theory. Okay, so clearly says that when you are selecting the employees to your organization, you should do on the basis of science. Okay, scientifically you have to select, you have to give training scientifically, you have to motivate them scientifically. Everything he talks in sense of science. So only scientific management school we calls his contribution, and let us see deeply like what and all he did for the field. Okay, actually he has been called as a father of scientific management, because you might have been noticed that everything he was talking in terms of science only. See, employees, like generally in olden days and all, how it was employees means we will be recruiting with minimum qualification, firmed organization and all. With the minimum qualification they used to take, they used to get work from them and all. But Taylor very specifically demands, or very specifically mentioned, that you have to recruit employees on the basis of science, you have to give them training on the basis of science, and you have to motivate them on the basis of science. Scientifically everything should happen, he tells. Okay, so next, so only has been called as a popularly and generally, like even today, the father of scientific management means we will be telling FW Taylor only. Even if an exam asked question with respect to the scientific management, your answer should commence with the Taylor only. And first you have to name him as a father of scientific management. Okay, because the scientific management has started because of him. And one more thing, actually, like how he has started his career and all. See, if you like when we go in depth, you will understand about the Taylor. Actually, like as a what he has joined, just like apprentice he has joined. Okay, common labor, he has worked as a common labor, then he was a foreman. Later on he has become a chief engineer. Okay, so based on his all level of exposures and experience and all, experience and all, like he has given management in the sense managing organization, manager, as a manager what he has to do, once one end, other end employees what they have to do. He has built the bridge between the management and the employees, because he has worked at all levels, right? He has joined as a common labor, worked as a foreman, apprentice, mechanic, and chief. Later on he has become a chief engineer. Okay, so then he was knowing like everything, like first hand information or the knowledge, problem solving in the particular field, and how the employees attitude will be there, what is their commitment towards the job, and management commitment towards the job and all. Everything he was knowing personally, because he has started his career from the low level job, right? Later on only he had become chief engineer. So in 1890s, Taylor moved to the Bethlehem Steel Company, because why I'm explaining everything about him is there will be the question with respect to the Taylor, because he is the father of the scientific management. Okay, so the management concept, how it has got evolved, especially the in a scientific way. Even today we are talking. Okay, though it is a very long. So many years back concept, even today it is relevant, and even today people are talking. Whomever you ask throughout the globe, who is the father of scientific management, quickly they will be saying Taylor. Okay, so he was having the first-hand information or the knowledge about the attitudes of the employees and managements towards the jobs and all. Okay, so he has particularly moved after this and all. He has moved to the Bethlehem Steel Company. He has conducted a series of experiments. Even his experiments are very famous. Okay, so with respect to this, actually, like payment of wage, giving perks to the employees, how management will work, distributions of the work, and all, like how to fix the standard, and how to, I mean to say that how to get done work from the employees and how to pay to them. Okay, how it will be getting balanced and all, he has discussed. Very interesting about the Taylor. Not only from explanation point of view I am doing, but you will be having exclusive mandatory question with respect to him, so only. So whenever we will be talking about the modern management or scientific management, automatically Taylor will come into the come into the picture. Okay, so that is about that. Now we will see what was the principle of the Taylor. Principle of the Taylor. See, entire philosophy or entire what we call research output, he has constructed in such a way that he has decided principle. This is the principle must be there, okay, in an organization. Now let us see what are those principles, okay. That is, increase efficiency in production so the profit and wages will increase, okay. So mainly what he talks, you have to increase the efficiency in production, so production should go up. How it will go up? When you increase the efficiency of an employee, if they get motivated well and if they have good knowledge, they will work very hard. So efficiency of production will go up. So when efficiency of production is going up, similar pattern the profit will also go up. When you are able to earn profit, what you have to do is you have to give more wages. You understood? See here what he tells, production must increase, okay. When production is more, profit is also more. When profit is more, what you have to do? More wages you have to give. Understood? So these three concept, these three principles he has focused more, okay. So one is production should go up, profit will go automatically. Once profit is more, you have to give the more wages. So here everyone are benefited. Organization is benefited, and what we call this employees are benefited. Okay, so from every angle it will go up. So production will go up, profit will go up, and wages will also go up. Okay, so that is what is the principle which has been developed by the Taylor. Then he believed actually higher productivity was possible without the unreasonable efforts on the parts of the workers. Okay, so further when we discuss about him, we will understand. See, he tells that here there is a problem, okay. He has identified the problem of productivity was the matters of ignorance on both the part, he says. So ignorance from the end of labor, ignorance from the end of the what we call management. So there both the end ignorance will be there, okay. When the production will get effect, when there is a both the end ignorance is there, okay, that time it will happen. So he has suggested that, I mean, he has identified that a fair day's work, a fair day's pay. So work is also important, pay is also important. See, I'm working in one organization means I will work very hard. They have to pay high. Okay, interconnected. Yeah, if they are not paying, then I will not work very hard. So see, interlink or interconnection, it has been identified more than 200 years back by the Taylor. So only his contribution to the field has been identified as a scientific management. Okay, everything is on the science base. So he is telling that there should be a fair day's work. Okay, at the same time, fair day's pay will be there. Okay, so all these two components should go positively. Okay, if fair work is taken in place means fair pay should happen. Otherwise, it is not possible. He will tell. So because of that, he will identify that the ignorance from both the parties there. See, management also ignoring employees. Employee will also ignore the organization. Just coming and doing certain little bit of work, a little bit of responsibility managing, and then go. They will be going. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to take care about them, okay. You have to make them, you have to work, you have to motivate them, you have to make them to work towards the objectives. Once they are working means you have to pay them more, okay. So both the end, it should have accountable, both the side are accountable here, okay, as per the Taylor. And Taylor also actually, he has also argued that productivity is the answer to both the higher profits, okay, and higher wages. See, the productivity is only the, see, three components. When the Taylor concept comes into the mind, you keep three components. One is productivity, another is the profit, another one is the wages. So when productivity go up, So he strongly argues towards it. Actually, he strongly debate that productivity mandatorily should go up. So as a result, both end it will go up. One end is higher profit, another end higher wages you have to give. Okay, that is about the arguments of the Taylor. So then what will happen? Actually, this can be actually increased by the applying scientific method. So this can, you can make it work on the basis of the scientific methods. Okay, custom and rule of thumb, a custom and rule of thumb, with the help of that it is not possible. You have to go scientific. See, rule of thumb, you should come by 10 o'clock and you should go by 5 o'clock. Then what you will achieve with the rule of thumb? You can't achieve anything. You assign the target. Okay, you don't bother about when I am working, how I am working, when I am coming, when I am going. Okay, you just assign the target. You say that today I have to complete so and so work. What I will do, I will, with lot of enthusiastic and with lot of interest, I will be completing my work in a qualitative way. If you insist me to sit for a like 10 to 5 minutes, I will be casually, leisurely, I will be doing things. Okay, so that is what Taylor clearly says, that instead of following the thumb of rule, customs and rule of thumb, it is better to go scientific method. Okay, so give some time and ask them to work so that they will be working. Okay, so not only he will not stop with this, and again he will further tell that what he will tell, like extra amount and all he will tell, see, target has been set to me. Okay, I have completed my target. Next, still time is there, like typical traditional timings will be there, no, like organization timing. For example, I should stay 9 to 5 o'clock. After yeah, and assigned, you have assigned target to me, I have completed. Okay, after 5 o'clock, suppose if you want to assign some more work, means you will be paying extra. Even that is suggested by the Taylor. Okay, Taylor actually, a very famous contributor to the field of management, especially scientific management, and every thoughts he has evolved with the scientific base. Okay, so he has suggested from the end of both, from the angle of organization and from the angle of workers also. So angle of organization, what it says, yeah, always you have to concentrate more on productivity. So once productivity is going up, it is understood it will yield more profit. Once more profit you are able to earn, you have to give the more wages to the employees. So as a result, they get motivated, and again you can expect same thing from them. So again, on next project also they will be working with lot of interest, efforts and all. So as a result, what will happen? You will be getting lot of profit and all, he will tell. So that is about him actually. So he has concentrated on few words that already I have explained, that is efficiency of workers, then the compensation to the workers and all. He has totally to say that, or to conclude about his contribution towards it, we can say that he has concentrated from the both the end. So organization angle, he says that increase the efficiency, and from the workers, there also you'll be talking about the like compensation and all should be more. So increase the efficiency of the productivity, so in between profit will also go up. So as a labor who have contributed towards the efficiency of the organization, they will be getting the more compensation, more perks, more benefit, or more salary and all. Okay, so that is about this experiments. Okay, so some of the principles he has kept. So now let us see one by one what are the principles. Four principles, very famous principles he has kept while developing the theory of scientific management. So he said that science for each element of man's work. Okay, from the beginning I'm telling you, like he was more focused on the science. Okay, he has suggested to replace the old rule of thumb method. Okay, he has asked to adopt the scientific method of producing the goods and services. So right from recruiting the employees itself, he has he has suggested to go for the scientific recruitment, scientific training, scientific selection, training, development, assessing, evaluating employees. Everything must take place in the angle of science, he is telling. Okay, so only is telling that change the rule of thumb, have the scientific management. Okay, that is what he is telling. And second principle of scientific management is That is what select, train, teach, develop, workmen and all on the basis of science. And third principle is what he says, cooperation should be there. He says like employees should cooperate, okay, to ensure all the work is being done accordance with the principles, okay, on the basis of science. Again he tells the work must be done on the basis of the science, scientific principles and all. And the work must be ensured in that directions, okay. Yeah, for that what employees has to do, employee has to cooperate. This is the standard which has been set by the organization by changing the thumb of rules and having the scientific management. And fourth principles, he clearly says that the whatever the work is there must be divided, okay, equally between management and workers. Here see, you can't distinguish workers and management. Yeah, whatever the work is there in the organization, it must be equally distributed between the management and the workers, okay. So that is most important. When equally get distributed, obviously there will not be any distinct differences, okay. So then what will happen, like greater part of the responsibility will be taken by both the end, okay. Since work is divided equally, greater part of responsibility will be taken from both the end. Even workman should also feel his responsibility, management should also feel responsibility, because everyone has been distributed equal responsibility, right? So there is no difference. As a result, you will be finding the good results, okay. In short, to say that planning